Hello and welcome to Movies with My Dad, the podcast where I, film critic Tina Kakadelis, take my dad Stratus to the movies. This week we saw Working Man, directed by David Ayer, starring Jason Statham and Michael Pena. Join us on the spoiler-filled car ride home. Okay, it's recording. Just burped into the mic, but it's fine.
Great, that's ambiance. Hi, Tina.
Hi, Father.
What are you going to ask me?
What did we see?
I will tell you what we did not see.
Okay.
This was not John Wick. It wanted to be John Wick, but it was no John Wick.
Okay, but what was the name of it?
I actually don't know.
They said it in the movie.
Did they?
And I did laugh. Said, look at those bricks. That's the hands of a...
Bricks?
When he's talking about Jason Statham's
Oh,
hand.
Working Man.
There we go.
Okay.
That was my favorite part, I think.
Oh, no, there were so many favorite parts.
I think I loved it.
Oh, my gosh, Tina. What is wrong with you?
Sometimes I just love a movie where Jason Statham gets to be Jason Statham.
Who broke you as a child? Why did you...
You.
Well, yet again, you took me
Crank?
to a father-daughter movie.
I did pick this for you. I didn't know it was father-daughter. What's the plot? I don't really know how in the weeds you want to get.
It's the standard plot of all the movies, right? Guy, family,
It's not, okay.
disconnected. Somebody kidnaps a daughter. He has to go and retrieve the daughter. He has special skills. It's Liam Neeson all over again.
Okay, and
And
he's a working man.
He's a working man. All right, so
I did want them to do a fight scene to 9 to 5, but I do feel like Dolly Parton would never sign off on that.
I mean, they worked really hard to try to squeeze in the backstory of why this Green Beret guy was
was crazy.
in Chicago, and he had worked, been part of Afghan special forces.
Well, now you gotta go get gas.
I gotta get gas, so why don't you fill everybody in?
I'm not gonna sit here and talk to myself. That's crazy.
I think that'd be hilarious. All right,
No.
stand by.
Do you have to take the mic off?
No,
Okay.
why?
I don't know.
I can keep talking while I pump.
Do you want me to pause it?
You can do whatever you desire. I am getting gas. I can't hear you.
Welcome back.
It's raining out there.
It is.
You know, I'm very happy now that Costco has gas open late so we can get gas after a movie.
We went to an early movie.
Yeah, but still, it's 9 something and Costco's been closed for an hour or two.
It's 8:58.
That's 9 something minus something.
For sure.
This is going to be cut out.
Why?
I have no idea. All right, so where were we? We got one more stop to do on the way home, though. So
A working man's got to go to Lowe's.
a
You know
working
what I mean?
man's got to go to Lowe's. I need my equipment from Lowe's.
Okay, so your plot is just family, daughter gets taken.
It's basically Liam Neeson and Taken, just not with his kid.
Okay.
His
and
extended family that he has from work.
you're mad.
No, it just wasn't. It wasn't a great. I like
What
Jason
did you
Statham.
expect?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the problem is, I don't know if it's a problem, but who was the writer?
Sylvester,
Sylvester Stallone,
co-writer.
co-writer. Well, it's saying. I mean, remember he's written many a movie.
Did you know
You're a film critic, yeah. You're gonna throw that at me again.
what?
That you know films.
He sold his dog because
Sylvester Stallone
yeah, like before Rocky. Before Rocky
to pay for Rocky.
to like get food because he was so broke, and then when Rocky sold, he bought his dog back.
Who did he sell his dog to?
I don't know if this is true. I just saw it on the internet.
So, did you have any? You see, you don't know Sylvester Stallone's heritage, though.
I went to his art museum.
That doesn't count. I want to hear about that. This was basically the Rambo story, just cast with a different person who has a little more
I do
vocabulary
fear that
than
Sylvester has
Stallone
boxed
had.
himself in to a certain genre and a certain role. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well,
what did you? What were you expecting? This is exactly what I was expecting.
About what?
No nuance. No, they hit you over the head with everything.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
See,
What?
I thought Jason Statham. I didn't know Stallone had written, co-wrote and
Yeah.
produced. Right?
Yeah.
He just didn't direct.
No.
I had no idea that he was involved in this.
Why
and
does
from the
that
trailers,
matter?
well, because it really felt like a Stallone
This felt like
story,
every other
like Rambo.
action movie.
No, it was very much like Rambo. It's because did you ever watch Rambo?
No.
Okay, I watched the original Rambo, and then I
How
watched
many are there?
like 4. Oh, I just drove by Lowe's.
Oh no.
Anyways,
Maybe we skip Lowe's.
no, we need Lowe's. I got a job to do in the morning. I'm a working man, you know.
Oh my god. Okay, well, what last thing do you want to say before you turn into Lowe's?
Well, no. What else were you saying about this? So, Stallone, but it's very much his storyline that he used in Rambo.
This storyline has been used in so many movies. It does not belong to Stallone.
That is true, but it felt very much like a Rambo to me.
No,
You don't know because you've not seen.
I
Look at that.
haven't
You haven't seen Rambo, so I have the upper hand in this conversation.
for sure. Unfortunately, though, it does feel like Taken 1, Taken
Sure.
2, Taken 3. So it's not really like you can say you're.
No. I'm going to the way it was the words.
My hot take is you only think that it's Rambo because you saw Stallone's name in the credits before it started. If you hadn't, there's not a chance you're pulling out Rambo.
You don't know that.
No, but I feel confident in guessing.
All right, take a pause. I got to go to Lowe's.
Are you leaving me in the car?
No, you're more than welcome to come. We back?
We're back.
All right, sorry about that. We didn't get what the working man needs at Lowe's.
Oh my goodness.
He'll have to get up early tomorrow and go to Home Depot instead.
You know, as like marketing for Working Man the film,
Oh, are we going to get a tie-in for our podcast from Home Depot or Lowe's?
no.
Oh.
They made him a LinkedIn profile.
No way. Did they really?
Yeah.
Are they hoping this is going to be a long-run series or something? Did they set it up that way?
Why did you not like it? Because this has every other action movie that you've ever seen.
I feel like it didn't have any life to it. The characters were just kind of bland.
They were some of them were
was
so
just kind
goofy.
of flat.
He was supposed to. He's a blue collar working man. He's just trying to build a life for his daughter. I don't understand.
I think for me, the bar has been raised with John Wick. That brought this whole genre to another level.
Tell me what happens outside of John Wick 1.
It doesn't matter what happens. It's how it's done and who the people are and how it's shot. Beautiful series.
Respectfully, you napped through the second one when we saw it in theaters.
I can't argue that because I don't remember. But it seems highly unlikely given how much I really like it.
You did.
Because I'm a working man and I was tired that day.
No, we were on vacation in Florida. We saw it at Disney Springs.
Now you're making that up.
I am not making it up. I have an encyclopedic memory for when I see movies and where I see movies
We
and
saw
who I see
Mean
movies
Girls in
with.
Florida.
That was not this time. There are other times we've been to Florida. My goodness.
All right, so why did you like this?
Jason Statham just seems like a fun guy.
I feel like...
I'd like to hang out with him.
Do you think... Have they done other movies with him that aren't like this? I think he'd be kind of fun as a sweet, nice person in a movie.
He's very funny in The Spy. I don't know if you ever saw that. Oh!
Hey, where are you going?
They just cut over into our lane.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Oh!
The car...
my.
There's trains coming. There's other cars going to run into us.
You ever seen The Spy?
Who's the
Melissa
co-star?
McCarthy is the lead.
Is that like a Netflix kind of film?
No, it was in
It
theaters.
was in theaters? No.
She was like a desk agent her whole life for...
Oh, I think I did see that, but I don't think I liked it.
Oh, I thought it was really fun. He's so funny in that.
See, I think he could be a sweet, lovable, nice guy. All he get to do in this movie was stare in the camera and shoot people.
he also loved his daughter.
He did, but he put her in mortal danger.
I don't
That's the
think
part
so.
I didn't understand. You go up against a Russian mob who literally kills everyone they see.
Okay, to be
He
fair,
didn't think they would find his daughter?
he didn't
It took
even
him
get
10
like
seconds
mildly
to
injured.
get online and say, oh, look, he's an ex-secret special forces guy.
Yeah, and then he annihilated everyone in 5 seconds.
All right, so
There's a sense of confidence that I would trust. Because he got a couple scrapes on his face and ultimately fine. Not even, there wasn't a moment where I was like, oh no, he might not succeed. Because he was like stabbed hard or anything. Dude was fine.
All right, so all I know is all you need is 1 or 2 special forces, Green Beret type. I don't know what the British version is of this. And why can't they just take over the entire world? Because they literally can do anything. He not only had all his military training, he also knew how to do stakeouts. He knew how to infiltrate.
Okay, I don't think his stakeouts were
bars.
particularly good, if we're being honest.
They may not have, but he
He
had
parked
this whole...
in plain sight, and then every time that he would adjust the camera behind him, it was adjusting into his head, like the line of the camera's vision. I'm like, this is...
But these are not skills that they teach you in special forces.
Also, it didn't make sense that we learned that he drives rental cars, for whatever reason.
I don't believe that was true.
Oh, he just got one rental car?
Remember, because his driver's license wasn't his actual name that he used
that's true.
to show the Russians. So that was all a fake persona. Again,
Okay.
I don't think special forces can go through all this subterfuge. This is like MI6.
Okay, some college girl's got a fake
CIA
ID,
like.
so I don't know.
No, I mean just the rest of his stuff is
Whatever.
more
Just
counter.
let him. Why do you care? Why are you trying to put logic into this when it's called Working Man? He openly beat up people on the construction site and nobody cared. They just kept giving him food.
They just keep giving him food.
What?
What's the name of the owner of the construction site?
Michael Pena.
I like him.
He used
seen
to
him in
come
other
into the
things.
Whole Foods that I worked at a lot, and one time I told him that he couldn't.
Name dropper.
No, I was mean to him. I didn't realize it was when I was working at Instacart, and a lot of
In
people.
California.
Sure, I figured.
Well, just so people don't expect him to walk through the neighborhood Safeway in New Jersey or
Well,
something.
first of all, I said Whole Foods, so
There are
that
Whole Foods in New Jersey.
you said Safeway.
I did say Safeway. You're right.
Anyway, he tried to take a basket that was for one of the Instacart shoppers that I
Oh.
oversaw, and I said, "Excuse me, sir, we're using that." And he looked at me, and it was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then walked away.
Oh, he said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, and then
Well, that's nice.
afterward, a shopper who loved Marvel movies was like, "That was Michael Pena," and I was like, "Right on."
And that's the moment you knew you wanted to be a film critic.
No, so far from it. He was fine. I thought the daughter was very good.
She was
I
not
liked
his
her a
daughter.
lot.
His
Oh,
daughter.
His daughter was cute.
His daughter was fine.
She didn't really do much,
Right.
but the daughter that he's
I
trying
want
to save.
that other lady who was kidnapped. I wanted her to have
Working woman, you know what I mean?
She didn't really work.
Excuse
She was a
me?
bookkeeper.
Okay,
She wasn't.
I also,
She wasn't out there in a construction site slinging lumber.
I have a lot of
Oh,
issues with the daughter.
speaking of which,
Unfortunately.
okay.
I liked her a lot. This is nothing against her. Why were her and her friends wearing like Bush daughter outfits to go clubbing
What-
with the pearls?
What is Bush daughter?
Like Laura and George Bush's kids. Like very presidential children outfits. They were wearing pearls, they were wearing these dresses that you only wear for these weird political events.
I didn't. Weren't they just wearing normal cocktail dresses?
No, they are 19. They should be in Wet Seal.
Excuse me?
Wet Seal, the clothing
What-
store? You just didn't have any daughters that wore clubbing dresses, so you don't know what Wet Seal
I
is.
have no. All I could think of is with the singer Seal.
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
Wet Seal. They should be wearing
That's the name of the store.
Wet. I fear it's no longer in existence,
Okay.
but for a while, yes, Wet Seal was where you would go to get the clubbing dresses that are just like a little bit under the hats.
Wow.
But that is, oh, I'll bleep that. So sorry. I didn't know how else to explain it. But that is not what you wear when you're, they were wearing pearls to the club.
Well,
They were 19. They had a party bus. They should not be wearing that.
I guess they was a freshman in college, weren't they? So they were
Yes.
19.
Why did they look like that?
I don't know. That you had a problem with?
Yeah.
All right, I had a problem with
Her $1,600?
opening sequence.
Do I recall the opening?
The opening sequence is on the construction site,
Okay.
building stuff, right? And every person that was holding a power tool or
Oh.
cutting or doing something was doing something totally, completely inappropriate, like they'd never held that tool in their lives.
I fear they didn't get a construction consultant because they left the construction site almost immediately after 15 minutes.
A construction consultant.
I mean,
I guess there is such a thing.
there
in Hollywood, huh?
you would probably call one if you were actually doing a construction movie, but they were not interested in making a construction movie. They had a guns consultant.
Oh,
They did not have a clubbing
okay,
consultant.
so his best buddy, that he saved his life in Afghanistan, but sadly he saved his life but couldn't save his eyesight, so he was blind. That's the guy from Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, David Harbour.
He had such a small role in this. He had like no action. I expected him to be involved in action sequences,
Maybe
even though
he
he's
just-
blind.
Maybe he just loves Jason Statham.
Yeah, I feel like it was sort of like,
He just wants to hang
I
out.
want to go hang out with you this weekend. What are you doing? Oh, you're shooting a movie? I'll come and hang out with you. You got a part
why
for
not?
me?
Why
I
not?
guess. I feel like they didn't make use of him because it was an interesting character.
For sure.
You didn't think so?
I came to this to see Jason Statham shoot some people and just
Oh.
demolish.
You didn't have a problem with those sequences either?
Some of it was not shot in a
It-
great way.
I think Jason. I don't know. I don't want to speak ill of Jason Statham because I do like him a lot. But I wonder if he doesn't have the ability to fight like he did 10, 15 years ago, and that's why every shot was so tight, close up.
No,
you
people
couldn't
love
see
people
anything.
love shooting action sequences like that. I agree that the John Wick school of the wide shot,
That's the way it should be done.
I agree. But also in musicals, this happens all the time too, where they're doing tight shots instead of letting you see the breadth of all of the movement. I agree. It's an issue that exists in both musicals and action films. And it bothers me equally. But yeah, he had his little quippy one-liners.
They were okay.
He threw coffee at somebody. My favorite part was
I think the Russians were the best part.
they were nuts.
They were complete nuts. What was the couture the guy was wearing? He said he had.
know.
It looked like some kind of weird pajama,
Yeah, I'm sure.
gold lame pajamas.
I loved when when Jason Statham is about to just like go full nutso at the very end. Look at that little freak dog. And then he's like taking the guy Dimmy out, and Dimmy's like, why are you doing this? Why are you hunting my family? Whatever.
Oh,
And-
very good.
Thank
Oh,
you so much.
Oh,
I'm
Academy
Jason
Award right
Statham.
there. No, you're
And
Dimmy.
Dimmy, whatever. And Jason Statham's like, you got a daughter. As though you could only understand that human trafficking is bad when you have a daughter.
I feel sorry for the poor guy that had to play the creep that wanted to sleep with.
Why? He got a
with her.
paycheck?
Oh, I don't know.
He didn't have to, respectfully, he did not have to do anything.
He did not have to do anything, but
there are other
it's not a
movies
good
where you,
look.
No,
They
but
made him look just, horrible, which the character is
have you not
horrible.
seen other movies? Like, I don't
I
understand
know.
why.
For some reason, this guy just bugged me a lot.
Well, he played the part well then.
He did, but he did play the part well.
There you go. Okay, so you hated it.
Hate's a strong word. I just wasn't entertained as much as I thought it'd be.
I think you shave off like 30 minutes and I would have had a blast.
Was it long? Because it felt really long.
It was an hour 56.
Oh. So not really long, but
It's longer
probably
than it
20
really
minutes more
needed
than
to
it needed
be.
to be.
There was like one too many dudes he had to find the other dude, to find the ultimate dude, to find the girl. You know, which is every action movie. But Jason Statham's fun. I don't know. I like him.
What else do you like him in?
Crank.
I don't even know what that is.
You ever seen
do I?
Crank? Where he's got that heart that can't
I've never
work,
seen
so
the blanket a lot.
because he has to like keep shocking himself. At the same
What?
point.
He literally
And
has
then I'm
to
thinking,
get the
they-
paddles out and
Yeah, or like I think at one
to
point.
himself?
Yes, I think at one point he like hot wire or like gets the battery jumper cable of a car and sticks it to his tongue, and then it is just so stupid. I don't remember what the rest of the movie's about, but
Well, that seems like I would entertain that much better than this.
Crank. I think there's a crank too. He has to keep his heart rate above something in order to like survive. I don't remember, but yes. And I like him in The Spy. Like, he just seems like a weird dude.
I don't know. He's probably a very nice guy.
Yeah. A nice, weird dude. Like, I think
I don't
Daniel
know why
Craig
he's
is a nice,
weird.
weird dude. I just think he could be a weirdo. But, like, in a nice way.
Okay.
I think Daniel Craig is also a weirdo.
I got no opinion other than Bond
Yeah.
and Knives Out.
Yes. But he's a weirdo in Knives Out.
Yeah, that is true.
And he's a weirdo in Logan Lucky. But, like, I just feel like they'd be fun dudes who have been, like, pigeonholed into action movies when their heart is, like, walking around being weirdos.
See, I think Statham should do a musical. A romantic musical.
Does he sing?
Doesn't matter.
It does. That's what a musical is.
I don't know. We've seen some musicals where the lead people can't sing. So.
Who do you want to
No, I'm not
target
throwing
specifically?
anyone under a bus.
Okay. I will. Tony from West Side Story. I'll
you've
throw
been
him under a
harboring that
bus
one for a long
anytime. Because it's a great movie. Other than Tony.
All right. What else do you have to say about this film? Do you have anything?
I'd watch Working Man too.
Oh my.
I just...
This would be fine on Netflix.
Right.
I don't need to go out to the
This
theater
is
to see
like-
this.
I do. Let me have fun. Why? Like, this is...
This is very odd that I'm anti this and you were pro
Yeah, you're
this movie.
anti-fun.
I'm anti. Thanks a lot. Jeez.
It's fun. Somebody said, those are the hands of a working man. And you were like, awful. That is
It just
crazy.
didn't pull me along. That's all.
Jason Statham can pull me along anywhere. I love him. I think he's a fun man.
All right. So are we past this movie now?
I think so. You want to rate it?
You have. We actually got another
Do you
email.
you need to rate the movie?
Oh, I have to rate it now. Then we'll talk about that.
Yes.
I'll give it a 2.
To what?
I don't know. What do you want to give it out of?
Homemade meals.
Okay, fine.
What? Carhartt jackets.
How about Russians?
No, that doesn't feel right. Carhartt jackets.
Okay.
And also workwear, very in.
Workwear. Yes, that is true. This was definitely a commercial for workwear.
It worked on me. I love workwear. I give it 2.5.
Okay.
But a blast. Okay, we got another email.
Our second person, but our third email.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Let me
If
just
you're
make
keeping
sure
track.
it's record. Nobody is. Okay.
Well, at this point, we know that at least 2 people have listened to this podcast.
Solid. Really good
and they're
numbers.
not related to us.
Really good numbers. Okay, this is from, I don't know if I should say their name to out their
Just
business.
do
Okay.
initials.
MR.
Okay.
Oh, there's someone walking on the middle of the
Right
road.
in the middle of the street.
Okay, they said, the subject line is the monkey, which, what do you remember about the monkey?
The monkey. Oh, was that the horrible one with the the monkey that plays little drum? It's the wind-up toy,
I
right?
love that you said drums, but you're doing cymbals.
I am doing cymbals because he didn't have drums. He had. Oh no, he did have drums.
Yes.
My monkey that I had as a kid had cymbals.
Right, the trauma. Okay.
The trauma.
I loved Stratus's strong opinion in this episode. I think he's
Did I like it?
No, you hated it. You just said that horrible movie. I think he's really starting to become a critic. Get him in the next movie festival.
What would I do at a movie festival?
You'd have to watch movies like all day.
Like a lot more movies?
Like 5 movies a day.
That seems like a lot of work.
And yet, when I went to South by Southwest, you were like, you're going to have fun. You're not really working.
I was hoping for you to have a lot of fun because this is your jam.
Yes, but do you now see that 5 movies a day is work?
Everything you do is work. I've always thought that.
Oh my God.
But I said you can have fun. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, well, what do you want to say to this nice person who said that you're becoming a critic? You're finding your voice.
Well, I think I've always been a critic about
Oh.
life. So I don't think this is new. Now we're just talking about movies. I can critique the dinner we had, too. That was excellent. Do I want to go to a film festival? Do I?
Do
know
you?
me.
I don't know.
Well, I've never been to a film festival.
If you could go to a film festival, which one would you want to go to?
Well, the only one I
The
really
big
want to go
one.
to is Sundance.
Okay, they
Does
are
it still
moving it
exist?
to Boulder.
Then we, not as cool.
You
as,
like Colorado, though.
I do, but I wanted to go back to where's Sundance?
Park City?
Oh no, I want to go where it was before that.
It
was in
always
Colorado.
in Park City.
What's
You
the
think
one?
Telluride.
Yeah, what's that? Wasn't.
That's Telluride.
Oh, that's what it's called. I thought that was.
Nope,
No.
Sundance was in Park City.
let's go to the
Telluride's in
Telluride one.
Telluride.
Because Telluride, I can ride in on a Jeep coming down the mountain, which I have done.
In Telluride?
Above Telluride, you come down this winding path on a 4x4 Jeep, and it's so much fun.
Movies with my dad, off-road edition.
Off-road edition. I'm in. Okay, thank you. What was the initials?
MR.
MR. Anyone else, please send us because we're starved for emails.
You are starved for emails.
I'm starved for emails.
My
'cause
inbox is fine.
Other than getting to spend these evenings chatting with you about movies, I'm shocked that there's anyone listening to us.
Okay, that sentence didn't make sense.
Do you want me to try again?
No, but it's fine.
Okay. Good night, Tina.
Good night. That's it for this week's episode of Movies with My Dad. You can find all of our episodes on movieswithmydad.com or the streaming platform of your choosing. You can also send us an email at movieswithmydadpod@gmail.com. My dad is desperate to hear from you. You can find me, Tina, on Blue Sky at Tina Cacadelis or on Letterboxd at Tina_DOCX. You can find my dad at the local Lowe's. Tune in next week when we head back to the movies.